She had a soul that spoke to me. We communicated silently, as if we shared the very same space. And her face, it caught and reflected the light. She had a certain je ne sais what, but as of yet, we hadn't met, except on the internet. She had the finest features I had ever seen, at least through a webcam and a 12-inch screen. We talked and we typed, and quickly we did find that our, shall we say, predilections were completely of a kind. We soothed ourselves as best we could and railed against the distance. I posited that we should meet. She offered no resistance. Kansas City seemed to be equidistant geographically. We set a date and a time to meet, so I snapped into action, my preparations to complete. I visited some local stores with age restrictions on the doors to purchase items I believed likely would be well received. I flew to town the day before the rendezvous with Mon Amour. I checked into the suite, it was suited for a queen. So I unpacked all my purchases and I began to set the scene. Spanish fly in the minibar, stripper pole, morning star, strap-on dongs at different angles, Benoit balls and Kegel bangles, lambskin, butterfly, dolphin and rabbit, jockstrap, nipple clamps and a bone habit, a Hanoi hood and a Tijuana tickler, paints and restraints and Wartenberg pricklers, creams and lubes and antibacterial, condoms and dams and venereal, quadruple dildos at various speeds, probes and plugs and blindfolds and beads, battery-powered pasty propellers, pumps and extenders for less endowed fellers, enema bulb and a horse bit and a do-it-yourself Prince Albert kit. You can hear the guys that know what a Prince Albert is. If you don't know, ask the man next to you that's grimacing. When she called it from the lobby, I uncorked the Cabernet. I closed the curtains, lit the candles, and put on Donny Hathaway. I could not have been more prepared for our liaison to begin. Softly she knocked. I gently let her in. She took off her top. She took off her pants. She spent 10 minutes peeling out of her Spanx. It came as quite a relief, you know, because I could finally exhale and let my belly go. I handed her a garment that I wished for her to don. She hinted at resistance, then winked and put it on. It was a G-string mounted vibrator with a small remote control. It was my failsafe, my insurance, my ace in the hole. It rhymed. We have all fallen victim to the tyranny of language. We started with a reading of Tantra for the masses, but wouldn't you know, we both forgot our reading glasses. So we had to try a different tactic, because an 8-hour organism? It seemed a tad anticlimactic. I resolved that I would cuff her and trace her with a feather, but it seemed that my new lover was allergic to leather. And I was fingering the remote control in my bustier pocket as she spun a split on the stripper pole and pulled her hip out of its socket. We consulted WebMD for some medical advice. I ran down the hall, came back with a bucket full of ice. With some effort we arrived at a less painful position that we could consummate our love before we summoned a physician. We reconnected with some caressing and some kissing, and we began the main event, but one main thing was missing. So I rifled through my baggie of supplies and I swallowed 2 Viagra. But still nothing did arise. As I relate this sorry tale, forever shall I grieve that those little blue Viagra look a lot like a leaf. As the radio played my very favorite Donny Hathaway songs. Where's the love? What's going on? And there we lay. So I grabbed the remote and I pressed it desperately. Instead of turning her on, it turned on the TV. So there we lay watching Judge Judy juristing in the lube-encrusted ruins of my life's surely surest thing. So, let this be a lesson in the form of a song. The more you try in life, the more can go wrong. It all fell apart in my hands, but ain't that always the case? With the best laid plans, and the best planned laid. Thank you.